Welcome to Political Failblog News Presents Wikileaks Cables. My name is Mary Jane Puffer.
And I am Sir Hornsby St. Cloud. In this series we will share the US cables leaked by Wikileaks, by simply reading them to you.
The cable we will read today is titled, Mashaei groomed as possible successor to Ahmadinejad in Iran. It is dated January 28, 2010. The cable is classified by Charles Pennypacker, consular officer. His name is Pennypacker. That just tickles me. Make it rain, Mr. Pennypacker, make it rain.
Focus, Mary Jane, focus. Here is the summary. President Ahmadinejad's relationship with his chief of staff Sfandiyar Rahim Mashaei has become a source of aggravation for Ahmadinejad's hardline supporters and an easy target for his political opponents. Mashaei has a long history of missteps and provocative comments, most recently a January 10 speech that critics blasted for contravening Islamic principles. In response to this latest affront, critics from across the political spectrum have derided Mashaei's intrusion into religious matters, and hardliners in particular beseech the president to dump his oft-beleaguered sidekick, to no avail. Ahmadinejad has defended Mashaei through several contentious episodes dating to his first term, and his refusal to remove Mashaei has inspired confusion and derision. As anti-RPO Contact recently observed, Ahmadinejad's attachment to Mashaei may reflect that the president has a very limited number of trusted lieutenants, Mashaei among them.
Here is some background. Sfandiyar Rahim Mashaei first became embroiled in controversy during Ahmadinejad's first term, when he served as vice president for cultural heritage and tourism and also headed Iran's tourism organization. As part of a 2005 economic conference in Turkey, he attended a cultural ceremony featuring female dancers. A video of Mashaei at the ceremony surfaced a year later and was broadcast on state media, sparking criticism that Mashaei violated Islamic principles by watching women dance. Subsequently, in July 2008, Mashaei elicited broad criticism by deeming Iran a friend of the Israeli people. In the face of fierce criticism, Mashaei reiterated his remarks, prompting a campaign to remove him. Ahmadinejad, however, publicly backed Mashaei.
Instead, after his 2009 re-election, Ahmadinejad elevated Mashaei to first vice president. A mix of Ahmadinejad's conservative detractors and supporters collectively denounced the promotion, citing Mashaei's above-mentioned transgressions as well as concerns about his unorthodox religious beliefs. Many in Ahmadinejad's base of support demanded that he retract the order. The opposition to Mashaei, and Ahmadinejad's refusal to acquiesce, eventually compelled Supreme Leader Khamenei to send a letter to Ahmadinejad demanding Mashaei's removal. Incredibly, Ahmadinejad relented only after state media publicized the letter several days later amid warnings that Ahmadinejad must heed Khamenei's wishes. In the face of the Supreme Leader's opposition to Mashaei, Ahmadinejad made Mashaei his chief of staff, prompting official IRGC media organs to castigate Ahmadinejad for ignoring the spirit if not the letter of Khamenei's guidance.
His biography. Mashaei was born in 1960 in Ramsar and attended Sfahan Industrial University, where he studied electrical engineering. The origins of his relationship with Ahmadinejad are unclear, though Affairs News Agency account says they met when Ahmadinejad was governor of the city of Konya in the late 1980s and Mashaei was serving in the intelligence ministry. Note: Mashaei's daughter married Ahmadinejad's son in 2008. End note. In addition to his past work in the intelligence ministry, Mashaei's website lists several other official jobs: General Manager for Social Affairs, Interior Ministry Manager, PIM Radio Station Manager, Tehran Radio Station Deputy for Social Affairs and Culture, Tehran Municipality Dubai, Director, Iran Tourism Organization.
Mashaei's website also lists the various posts he currently holds in the Ahmadinejad government beyond his role as Chief of Staff, Director, Center for Study of Globalization President's Deputy, Supreme Council for Iranians Abroad Member, Government Cultural Committee President's Representative, Council Overseeing Iran Member, Government Economic and Cultural Committee.
Ahmadinejad's stubborn defense of Mashaei bespeaks his importance as a key advisor for the increasingly isolated president. He also has emerged as a spokesman for the Ahmadinejad administration. Ahmadinejad has even told press that he would gladly serve as vice president in a Mashaei administration, prompting many to speculate that Ahmadinejad seeks to have Mashaei replace him in 2013.
A political punching bag. Since his installation as chief of staff, Mashaei has attracted far more attention for his unofficial comments about religion, bearing out the earlier whispers that the opposition to Mashaei stemmed from his unorthodox religious views. An IRPO contact last summer said many clerics were concerned by Mashai's belief in the imminent return of the 12th Imam and by the intrusion of a layman into religious matters. During Ahmadinejad's second term, Mashaei has repeatedly stoked withering criticism by airing his religious views and, in doing so, provided great fodder for the president's political foes.
Criticism of Mashaei and Ahmadinejad by association is both real and opportunistic. Ahmadinejad's hardline backers bristle at Mashai's presence in his government and time again beseech him to dump him. Kaya newspaper in November responded to a Mashaei assertion that God is not the axis of unity among men by arguing that his comments contravene Islam and other religions and suggesting to Ahmadinejad that the government, the people of Iran and the president himself would all be better off without Mashaei. The IRGC newspaper's Abi Sadig a week later sent Ahmadinejad the same message that he should abandon Mashaei.
Watch part 2 to hear the rest of this cable. Visit politicalfailblog.com to read the cable for yourself.